We might be cleaning up another pile of corn. What are you doing, you big tease? Forbidden love. He's up there for the 4th time in 10 hours. Broke right off. Oh, this is the stuff I wish I could make up. Good morning. The sun is shining, so much so that I realized I haven't needed my sunglasses since the last time we did corn. We are fueling up because what was looking like a really nice stretch of weather is gonna start out with a chance of flurries starting tomorrow for 2 days. Think you catch another one? The tarp's open?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out to put air in the tire first. It would have been much more satisfying to actually cut that. Camera shy. So it'll hold air now? It's not distant.
Just sneaking in the house here to grab some lunches. It's all selfish reasons because I'm a bear if I don't eat. Oh yeah. So we're just getting started at corn. We're just sitting at 11:15 or something like that. This field is the field we started whenever we had Jack home. So that would have been not yesterday, but the Sunday before. Man, these fields are ridiculous where it's not just days in between revisiting them. It's like a week. This is a fairly big field. It's my in-laws' place where the chicken barns are. And I think it's an 80-acre field. I think we took off 35 the first time. I'm running 2 tractors. I'm running the Fendt and the 8R here. It's gonna be a full pull. It's wet and we have to use this lane entry and there's only one spot and I wanna show you what we have to drive through. So right there is just a great big puddle. You can see that right there. So he's gonna come in with the buggy and fill, and every time he's got these filled, I'm gonna have to move this one ahead and so on and so forth all day. And then it's got a big U-ey and then the lane goes back out. So we'll see how big of a mess. I think we're gonna pull in with the buggy and he's gonna fill wagons and then he's gonna have to back out. I just realized I went into the house to get a tea because it's really cold outside and I forgot my sunglasses. I tell you. 5:17. We made it 5 hours without plugging the leg or throwing an alarm, and I have done both, I think, apparently. So I'm waiting for Mark to come home. I followed all the instructions on how to shut everything off, and the bells would not go off. You too. We might be cleaning up another pile of corn. Well guys, it is 8:30, maybe 8:45, and we have been out of commission since I last talked to you. We have a diverter that broke right off. So when our leg reaches the diverter, it can go either to the overhead or the dryer, and it's got like a diverter that does this, and that snapped off. So we're kind of pooched tonight. He's gonna call Horst in the morning to see if we can get that fixed. And until then, I don't know if he's gonna try and limp through and figure something out to dry, or we're gonna call it the night, because he's climbed the leg already twice, and it's really cold, and we're just really both very tired. So I think we're just unloading the combine right now and calling it a night, and hopefully tomorrow will be better. Good morning, Tuesday. Hopefully this day is gonna get off on a better foot. Mark called Horst, the people that put up our elevator. They're actually in the area, so they're coming this morning to fix the diverter. So that's huge, guys, because now there's snow in the forecast, or flurries tomorrow. So that's not exciting. But we're starting our day off with a very promiscuous little girl and a little boy who just would do anything to get through this gate, literally. What are you doing, you big tease? This guy's totally coming through the gate. Very popular. It's like Romeo and Juliet. Forbidden love. That's right. Bye. Hello. The temperatures have dropped. We're right at the set point, which is nice. So you can see that my curtains are open about maybe 1.5 feet or 2 feet. So it's got a nice cross breeze going. But what I want to do, because we're in a winter now, I actually want to switch the rotation of these fans. I want them running in reverse. Talked to a few dairy guys with barns very much like this one. And that's how they run it for the winter. So I think this is all I have to do. HVLS, these are my fans, I believe. So that's just main power. I believe I just have to turn this off. And then I think I have to turn this on, and they'll go in reverse. Hopefully that works. So they are going, there we go. Clockwise is reverse? Interesting. So there we go. We are officially into winter ventilation. Did you already climb?
No, I'm just about done. I'm just gonna shut the dryer off.
Oh. He's up there for the 4th time in 10 hours. Last night he was able to just rig up a contraption just out of wood, so the corn would divert directly into the dryer. But today, since we are going to use the overhead again, he's got to take that out and kind of deflect it back into the overhead. But also the guys are coming this morning to fix it, so we might not even need it. Not sure, but he had to take it out regardless. I don't know how he knows what he's doing. I certainly don't. What's it saying?
Still a little warm in the sun.
Okay, day 2, day 3 in this field. Today should be shorter, actually. I think there's only 10 acres. Mark figures there's 10 acres left. So we should be done this in an hour or so. We may have to, I might have to grab Mark if Horst gets here to fix the elevator. But other than that, it should be pretty quick. So I didn't pack a lunch, but I did run in and grab the drink of the day. Yesterday I did tea. So this is a little hack someone showed me. I mix hot chocolate with peppermint tea, and it's delicious. Hot, really hot. 5th time up in 12 hours. I wish I could explain how terrible today has gone since we last talked. So they fixed our leg issue, our diverter issue. So the flap itself is fixed. When Mark went to set the limits up at the top of the leg, there's no power. Like nothing was wanting to work. And yeah, there was fuses getting blown, and we're just still not entirely sure what's going on. So we can either fill the overhead or the dryer, but we can't do both, which is where we were almost 24 hours ago now. So it's like 4:30 now. We're heading out to another field. Problem with this field, it's a rented field, and it looks like they might have planted grass where we used to take wagons out of, and we don't want to mess up their grass. It's a wet year, so we don't want to wreck other people's places. So it's really stressful. So I've been on the road finding fuses for Mark. I went into the local town here. They didn't have it, so then I had to drive 40 minutes to the next town to get it, and we've already blown through one of those. So this is the stuff I wish I could make up. I'm sure it will get better. I'm sure it's just gremlins. We have this when it feels like the end is in sight, you start to really struggle. So anyway, I'll keep you posted. So I was afraid of this. Mark went up. All he did was kind of rip off the headlands of that field, and he just went further up, and he said the field is a mess. It is way too wet to harvest. So we are going to abandon harvest yet again today, and I think he's going to work on trying to get this dryer somewhat functional and dry corn tonight, and have kind of a free day again tomorrow. But I think tomorrow we're supposed to have flurries and rain. So I think we're out of the fields again for a few days, which is disappointing. I'm fighting a really bad migraine today, so I'm sorry for not vlogging.
Sorry about your poopy day.
It was kind of a
Poopy day.
odoriferous day.
Odoriferous. You bring warmth.
Good morning. It snowed. It is the first snow of the year for us. Well, not of the year, of this season. Still got lots of crop to get off. Yesterday we did try to, we attempted to take some corn off our second last field. That is very wet. It's not tiled. We don't really have any entrances. There's just a bunch of things that proceeded to give me a pretty bad migraine. Today's a new day. Our elevator leg is still causing us problems, but now it's electrical. So Mark was talking to Jack and our electrician last night. They're both kind of saying the same thing. So I think Jack is going to come home and just investigate why some of the electrical is doing what it's doing. But we're going to run into town quick and grab I can't remember what they're called. Conductor? Is that the word? I don't know. Something, not a fuse, but something for the panel. Kind of glad we got that off when we did.
Yeah, it's not much though.
No, it just looks worse. Look at that sky. If you want to know what will change Mark's mood real quick in a day, turn on the side road that just got graded the day before a huge snowfall.
It's mush.
It's not good.
I'm glad our tax dollars go to stuff like this.
That's our freshly graded road. Our double crop soybeans are ready to harvest in the snow.
I'm just going to call them my nitrogen factory.
The prodigal son is home, Jack is home, and I think him and Mark are going to do some troubleshooting now.
Kenya. I think you have to program that on the generator.
Oh. I think he said just unplug that one. And there's no power here, but I'll just do it anyways. So this is the one. Oops.
What's that contactor for?
That's the bin, the diverter. There's two, because one's reverse, one's forward.
Oh.
So look at.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, you're right.
So we should probably take some pictures, because he says you want to make sure you get the colors right again, or you're being a pickle. Red, black, blue.
Red, black, blue should always be left to right. 1, 2, 3.
Good thing you went to school.
Red, black, blue. Actually, I learned that at work.
I'm going to leave that whole situation to the professionals and go check on my sheep. So I was originally thinking about weaning in 2 weeks, so the week of like November 15th. These guys, the older lambs are pushing, next week they'll be pushing like 9 weeks, and the little ones will be about 7 weeks. So that's typically actually when I wean. I always aim for 8 weeks, but because there was like a 2 week spread between these two, I kind of split the difference and do like 7 weeks for the youngest ones. Oh yeah, that's winter. Snow falling off the roof. Something.
Get ready, it's emergency stop.
Move it?
Did the light come on, Jack?
No.
Yeah, it didn't come on yesterday either.
I'm not pressing it.
Oh, there it is.
Says it's there.
It works! Yay! That is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, it took like 20 seconds.
Back contactor.
That's all it was. What did you figure out?
The coil that the contact, I guess, plunges into, whatever you want to say, is all melted. See the other side? It's a little more square.
And technically,
Completely cooked. So something.
Oh, it stinks. I can smell it
Yeah,
from
it
here.
smells.
so
Yeah.
this thing was supposed to push through that hole in the middle,
Yeah.
and because it melted, it wouldn't go.
Right.
So it got some juice.
What happened is your overload tripped, and it came apart, and it melted, and then it wouldn't go back in when you tried to run it later. More than likely is what happened. Maybe the limit switch fired,
But it wasn't.
But the contactor was stuck on. The overload was the only thing that shut it off.
Yeah.
After the.
Well, that's what Chewy thought. He goes, maybe it was the contactor that caused the problem.
That doesn't even make sense because the overload shuts the contactor off. So I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, because they're tied together through the buses, maybe the other one melted this one.
Well, their coils are separate.
I know, but something melted this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's all deformed.
Yeah. I mean, there's a chance this coil shorted and got really hot, and I don't know.
Well, the one thing the snow has reminded me is that the barn across the road is definitely not set up for winter. Oh yeah, she's a little chilly. There. Now, the thing about this barn is it actually does do very well the fresher the air is. Sheep can handle the cold. They've got a beautiful wool jacket that keeps them very insulated. So it's not a matter of the sheep comfort, it's actually the water lines. This is the barn where I, for whatever reason, put water lines above the ground and not in the ground, and it still kind of haunts me to this day. So we do have everything attached to heat cords, but I typically don't need those till we get into those January, February temps, or whenever I'm completely busy and not over here and I forget and my water all freezes. But as for the curtains, I do like to leave them open a bit, just like the other barn, because the animals can handle it. It's just, we need fresh air to combat the humidity. This is really nice air actually, because I think we're finally through that disgusting humid air, and it's a little crisper now. And I cannot do this with my left hand. So this is the pen Carissa has all ready to get shipped. Now they are not going to fit on one trailer. So what I'll do is I'll load the trailer with one load, see how many are left. If there's only a few left, I may get away with just doing 2 trips next week, or they may all fit on a trailer next week. Murphy's Law. I got this whole thing going about 2 hours earlier than I usually do. And I got them all on one load, which I'm like, how did I get that many on this trailer? Usually I can't get that many. And then I realized that this week I told Carissa actually to put the weights down about 10 pounds. So it makes a big difference on the trailer. So I was able to get probably about 6 or 7 more than I would typically be able to with lambs that are 10 pounds heavier. The only time I don't like trailering my animals is in nasty weather, and this is what I'm looking at right now.